So I have a question for you as we begin this video. So it's something to think in your mind, and I'm going to give you the answer fairly quick. So each year in the United States of America, I live here in Texas, in all 50 states, how much would you think each year is spent on lawn care? Now think about that. You're going to be fertilizing, you're going to be lawn mowing, you're going to have to get a new lawnmower. There's going to be some landscaping involved. There's trees, there's shrubs. There's a whole list of things that people do to their lawn every single year. So how much do you think is spent in the United States each year just on lawn care? And before I give you the answer, let me tell you, I am one of those people who, I don't want to use the word guilty of, because you like a nice looking lawn. Nothing wrong with that. I lived in a larger city for many, many years, lived in a neighborhood where there was kind of an undercurrent of competition on how your yard looked. There will always be that neighbor who doesn't care how his yard looks. But for the most part, people want to have a very presentable, beautiful lawn, something that's nice when neighbors or friends come to your house. It's something that's just beautiful. And there's people out there who spend a lot of time making sure that lawn is perfect. Okay, I've kept you in suspense long enough. I looked this up this morning to make sure that's correct. 100 billion. That's B as in a billion. 100 billion is spent each year in the United States on lawn care. Now, here's what I think the ironic or amazing part about that is that's just aesthetics. There's nothing about a lawn that brings you any sort of vegetables or food or anything that nourishes your family. It's purely just for looks. And again, let me state there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But in my mind, as somebody who does gardening and farming every single day, I started looking at growing is how does it benefit my family? What is it doing to bring either food or income back to my family? In most cases, what does it do to bring nutrition and organic, safe nutrition to my family? And if I'm spending time and spending effort on it, what is the return for my family? And for lawns, it's just how it looks. So the reason I went through that to tell you about the exercise of how much money and how much time is spent on lawns is that why and what is there a reason to garden? As you see the title of this video, what is the reason, a reason to garden? And there's many reasons not to garden because here in North America, we're very blessed in many parts of the world. We're blessed with grocery stores where it's not that far away. You can drive down and virtually get any food that you want for your family. Most grocery stores, not far from me, I live out in the middle of the country, but if you drive about 30, 40 minutes that direction, I can go to one of the top brand grocery stores in this nation and buy just about any kind of vegetable I want to get. And they have it almost year round. But I will tell you what's the reason that I would go to the effort to have a garden, go through the effort of planting, getting the seeds. I use a no-till system, so once the garden is put down, there's not a lot of tillage and things that are done after that. Sure, weeding is done. We put down compost. So there's those things that take effort, but with a no-till garden, it's a lot less physical effort. But back to my question, why would you go to the time? What's the reason for gardening? And like I said, you can pretty much get anything at the grocery store. And the reason is simple, is it provides you with really three key things whenever you go out to garden. First of all, you're outside and you're not inside doom scrolling. I realize you're on YouTube right now watching this, but you're not just sitting there, not moving, not exercising. When you're gardening, you're up outside and you're doing something. That's one. Next is you're outside actually doing something and planting something that's going to be, you're putting an investment into growing something that's going to be a benefit to your family. And that's where good nutrition comes in. And here's the thing I always say about your garden is it's providing some level of food. It's not going to provide all your food, obviously, but it's going to provide you and your family with food that is absolutely organic because you're in the one that's in control of that. So that's a big, big thing right there. And then the third reason, you're like, okay, Jeff, you've given me exercise and you've given me, I have food and nutrition for my family. And the third reason is it's something that there's a joy and a peace about seeing that garden grow. To me, it's very satisfying after I've put some effort into my garden, as you can see right here next to me. These are trellis green beans. It's just amazing when they start off as little tiny seedlings and they end up here where they're 5, 6 foot tall. It's incredible. My wife likes to plant flowers. There's a sunflower that's over 7.5 foot tall, as you can see the top. It's amazing to watch that go from a seedling that big to a plant that big. And it's just a really cool, amazing thing to see something that you planted, you put in the ground, prosper and do well. So there's many other reasons. And I say if it's just for being outside, getting sunlight, getting exercise, spending time outside, there's a good reason alone, but you're also getting the benefit of bringing very nutritious food to your family. So as I started off this video, I was saying it's $100 billion a year spent on lawn care. And that's involves a lot of different things. Um, but if you can take a part of that lawn, typically people can have very small backyards, and I've talked about this before in my videos, that even if you live in an apartment, you can grow things in containers out on your balcony. It's amazing how much you can grow just in a container. But if you only have a small backyard, and if you have children, of course you want to have a place where they can play and enjoy being outside, but you could take a small portion of that lawn, put down 10 by 10, 20 by 20, doesn't have to be big. You can have an area where there's going to be tomatoes, there's going to be carrots, there's going to be radishes, there can be a single row. And you would be amazed how much food comes off a 20 by 20 rectangle or 20 by 20 square or just a small rectangle area. This 1 acre here at Whirlwind Family Farm, just our cucumbers alone, we have thousands of pounds that come off every year, just the cucumbers. If you start adding up everything like squash, tomatoes, green beans, okra, it's just thousands and thousands of pounds come off of 1 acre. So it doesn't take a lot of room, doesn't take a lot of time. So we have other videos that talk about how to do this, but today, if I had a motivational speech for you, it's that think about that backyard garden. Think about that little small area each year. Doesn't take a lot of time. As I always say, no-till is a wonderful way to go because you get that soil broken up one time, and then each season you come back, you put down compost, you're weeding maybe once, twice a week, and you'd be amazed at how much you can grow. Doesn't take a lot of effort, and it's just a wonderful thing to do. So that's my thought. A reason to be able to have a garden is simple. You're going to get that exercise, you'll be outside, good nutritious food for your family, and it's just a blessing for your family to have. And you're taking a little part of that yard that was once used just to look at, and now it's actually producing good nutritious food for you. So blessings over you, your family, your garden. We always have another video that will take you further along this process. Check that out. We always appreciate when you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. Thanks, blessings. Talk to you soon from Whirlwind Family Farm.